I'm right now standing at the Troy Baby Box location at the Troy Fire Department. This is the station here, and I want to show you everything that's wrong with this box that violates the code right now. And let's start by walking up towards the door, so you'll see my reflection here walking up. These boxes are supposed to be on an exterior wall so that nobody ever has to enter a building of any sort or go through an entry to a building to surrender a baby. This one is clearly not an exterior wall. It's not a vestibule. It is in the building, and we'll go through the door and see it in a second unless they lock me out. It's also monitored by a surveillance camera right here. So I'm aiming at the surveillance camera, and it's supposed to not be monitored. Again, it's supposed to allow for a person to surrender a baby without being monitored in an area of the building that allows for the most anonymity and requires no entry into a building. So let's see, we go up Troy here. Here's what's funny is there's actually a desk right here. So I apologize for my reflection. So actually you'd be monitored walking in the room if somebody were here. There's offices right here with an open window if you were walking up here with a baby. So there's absolutely no anonymity. These are the things that you would think somebody like Monica Kelsey of Safe Haven Baby Box would object to, but I don't think she objects too much as long as the check clears for $10,000. Now let's go into the location. First, they have this sign here, if doors locked, Safe Haven Baby Box is unavailable. And this is completely wrong, completely wrong. Every fire station, police station, and hospital in Ohio is already a Safe Haven location. You do not need to have a box or anything. You can go to any of them, ring a bell, knock on a door. Frankly, every location, I'm gonna flip around here, should have a sign like this on every location. It says Safe Haven available here. You can confidentially surrender your baby up to 30 days, ring bell. If no answer, call 911 or go to hospital. This is just an example sign. It also has the Help Me Grow program listed on it. There's no signs like this here. There's no signs letting you know that you can surrender a baby at any police station, any fire station. There's nothing here to tell you where to go if you can't do it here. Now I'm going to walk inside. Clearly, according to Troy Fire Chief Matthew Simmons, this is outside. This is an exterior wall that I'm entering here with a nice building floor. It's the entryway to the building. This is the box itself. The way these are supposed to work is that they're supposed to be staffed so that when somebody puts a baby in a box, it can get immediate medical aid, The 911 alarm is supposed to be a backup. Now, real quick on the device itself, you see there's absolutely no information here on where to get help, who to call, if you wanted help keeping your baby, know your adoption options, none of that. This number down here is a private counseling number that is manned by activists, not professionals. Manned by activists. By the way, at Baby One, most of the time you would see the numbers there also, not just the letters of a phone number. So this is the box. This is also not UL listed. It is a appliance. It takes 15 amps of power and it has no UL listing whatsoever. So apart from the location being inside, so not allowing exterior surrender of a baby without having to enter a building, this is in a highly visible place where you walk past an office area right out the door there to come in, and there's a monitoring camera right above you. And there might be more monitoring cameras in here if I looked around. This is not supposed to be the way it is. Now this bag here on the wall, this bag is normally in the box in all other locations. That it being in the box is a code violation. There is supposed to be nothing in the box. Why? Because a baby put in a box, if somebody left it behind, things like these straps, the bag itself could suffocate or injure a baby. Who would design it like this? So Safe Haven Baby Boxes across the other locations they're in, this thing is in the box. So it being in the box is against the Ohio code as well. So what they did here, because they've been caught in so many violations, is they have put it on a peg on the wall outside the box, which, by the way, if this was actually an exterior wall, this would get a lot of issues with rain and stuff. There's a set of materials in the bag. These used to not be included. That's the Ohio material. Monica Kelsey from Safe Haven Baby Box prohibited the distribution of this to the point that they actually tried to get Attorney General Dave Yost to say it was okay to not include state required information on where moms can get help to keep their baby, to understand their adoption and custody options as well. So this is the Troy box. You see where it is. It's inside the building. I'm in the building. It's not like somebody built a canopy tent over it. And it is right, I'm going to walk out here. It is, you actually walk past the offices to go in, and there's a surveillance camera right above you. This is just a quick rundown. Hopefully you found it helpful to understand just some of the things that are wrong with this box here in Troy. Thanks. So I did one other thing. I took all the materials out of the bag that was hanging on the peg, so you can see what's actually included in the box now. The first two things are the state required forms, one on Safe Haven and Help Me Grow, and a form that is called the Anonymous Voluntary History for Safe Havens. These two forms, the Safe Haven Baby Box Company, up until I got involved, prohibited from being included in their boxes. And they actually got my township, Union Township, to request an AG opinion trying to get Attorney General Dave Yost to say that the state mandated information did not need to be provided. Now, if you go down the next thing is a list of questions, like a Q&A for somebody that was surrendering a baby. It is like I could write more health-oriented information than this. The very last question, question 7, it says, if I have a concern, where should I go? Whom should I call? Up until I got involved, that said you should go to a midwifery center in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Now it says to call their hotline. This should have information on local hospitals and local resources, but that's not on the path to getting 10 grand a box. Nobody spends any time customizing things for the given location. There are Spanish and English promotional brochures on the Safe Haven Baby Company. If they're still the same as they have been, if you just gave up your baby, it encourages you to do a fundraiser for Safe Haven Baby Company, which is just absolutely ridiculous that it's a promotional brochure for the company. Then there's some things on the Ohio law, and then there is what I describe as nefarious and should absolutely be illegal private baby registry form for Ohio. All of these are in both English and Spanish, and so this one is probably the English version of that. So here's the English version. So this is how Monica Kelsey tries to track babies that have been put in boxes, so then she can exploit them in fundraising. It's completely wrong. If it is anonymous and confidential, no third-party company should be getting any information on the babies that have been surrendered into boxes at all. Frankly, when a baby is surrendered, there should be no hoopla, because professionals would tell you 20 to 25% of all women who surrender a baby return within a week or two and want their baby back because they changed their mind. And when you make a lot of hoopla, it makes it very hard for them to change their mind. So that is what is in the box. Nothing on adoption options, nothing. There's nothing on the wall here to tell you how to get information if you want to keep your baby or anything like that. This would be a great place to put that right here. They have a board right here where they could have that information. But frankly, this box shouldn't even be here. This should be on an exterior wall in a private location around the building. And by the way, I don't know about what's interior or exterior, but I don't think I don't know about you guys, but not a lot of people have heating and ventilation in their exterior of their building. All right, so that's the forms and paperwork that are in the box. Hopefully that's helpful in understanding what goes on. And there's the bag that would be a choking and death hazard to a baby that is currently, I think, in every location but this one, still being put in the bassinet, which is a direct violation of the Ohio Code as well. Thanks for watching.